Yo, what's going on? So, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be talking about something that's probably going to ruffle some feathers. Some people are probably going to get a little mad at me and scream and shout at me in the comment section, but hey, it is what it is. I know you're passionate. Just keep it respectful. All right. So, let's jump on into it. Now, before we talk about why I think Miami has the best resume in all of college football and why they deserve to be number one, before we talk about that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification button so you can stay up to date on everything. Old retired vet like me would greatly appreciate it. I do this as a hobby. I don't make any money off my YouTube channel. I just like talking football, right? All right, so let's jump into it. All right, so we're gonna be mainly focusing on the top 10. We're not talking about the rest of the top 25. So you can see it. I hope you can see it. This is off the apnews.com website. You got Ohio State at number one, Miami number two, Oregon number three, Ole Miss number four, and M five, Oklahoma six, Indiana seven, Alabama eight. Wow, Texas Tech at number nine and 5-0. Wow, I did not know Texas Tech was kicking ass like this. Kudos to Texas Tech. You don't see that every day where Texas Tech is ranked higher than Georgia. And you got Georgia who's at 10 and they're 4-1. All right, so let's go back up to um, the top five. All right, so let's talk about Ohio State first. Ohio State is obviously number one. They got a big brand. They're the defending national champs, right? Ryan Day. Everyone loves Ohio State. You know, Kirk Herbstreit, Joel Klatt, Colin Cowherd, Urban Meyer, all of those big name guys. They just love They just love Ohio State. I was about to say Alabama. They just love Ohio State, right? Now let's talk about Ohio State's body of work, right? Ohio State's best win is versus Texas. Texas is not even in the top 25. Texas lost to they just lost to Florida. And so Texas is not even in the top 25. I don't even know what Sark is going to do with Arch Manning. They got to figure out that quarterback situation. Texas is not even in the top 25. So that hurts Ohio State. Their next best victory is versus a 4-1 Washington team, but Washington hasn't beaten anyone elite yet. Now, I understand that they make the schedule far out in advance, and teams have to line up and play who they have to play and win. But you know, the committee, they do penalize teams who haven't played. You know, they do penalize teams that played a bunch of teams who haven't had elite victories. So, Washington is one of those teams that 4-1, but they haven't beaten anyone elite yet. Now let's look at Oregon. Oregon is sitting at number 5 in the Big Ten, right? Their signature win is versus Penn State. And at the time, Oregon went on the road to Penn State, to Happy Valley or whatever they call it. And it's a whiteout game. The atmosphere is lit. Penn State hardly ever loses lose those games, and Oregon won in overtime. And then Penn State said, "You know what? Hold my beer." They flew to LA the next week and they lost to a winless UCLA at the time. So that completely kills the value of that victory for Penn State. Now let's talk about Miami. Sorry, I said Penn State. That completely kills the value of that victory for Oregon. Sorry, that victory over Penn State. But all right, so um let's talk about Miami now, right? Because let's talk about Miami. So Miami, their best win is over number 18 Florida State, who at the beginning of the season beat Alabama by 2 scores. And then Miami's second best victory is over Notre Dame, which Notre Dame is, what number is Notre Dame? Number 16, right? So that is Miami's second best victory. And Notre Dame struggled, at the beginning of the season, but now they're kicking butt and taking names. They just dominated Boise State 28-7. And Miami's third best win is versus a USF team that's sitting at 4-1, that beat Florida, and that's one of the top group of 5 programs in all of the nation right now. And then their fourth best victory, Miami's fourth best victory, is Florida, who already beat Texas. So you see how that resume and victory over some elite teams is stacking up for Miami, right? Which is, you can make a case that Miami should be number one, that Miami should be that Miami has the best resume in all of college football. When you line up side by side with Ohio State and Oregon, it's not even close, to be honest. It's not. It's not even close at all. Miami has proven wins against ranked opponents on the road, at home, and they just keep winning. Mario Cristobal has this team. Like he got the right, it's like he got the right people, right recruits, the right coaches, the right players on the field. Yeah, he has this team, you know, playing well. They have faced adversity, and they seem to bounce back. They got a senior, they got a very experienced and senior quarterback in Carson Beck. He looks focused. He looks determined, and he's looking to kind of right some of those wrongs. There was a lot of things that they were saying about him at Georgia. A lot of things that was happening was his fault, but he's been playing very steady so far this year. And so, if the playoff committee, you know, actually is watching what's happening on the field, you just can't let Ohio State be number one in the country, just based off their logo and just the aura that surrounds Ohio State. Miami, if we're being real, if we're looking at what's going on the field, Miami deserves to be, in a number one spot. And that's just how I look at it, right? Miami has done, they got more impressive victories over teams who also have some impressive victories on their resume. And so when you ask, what have you done for me lately? Well, Miami has done a lot of good things in terms of winning on the field and just kicking ass and taking names in college football. So I think that Miami should be number one, and I think they have the best resume in all of college football. And we have to see what happens when the playoffs come around. But I fully expect Miami to be in the playoffs. Clemson isn't what Clemson used to be. They're ready to beat Florida State, and that's normally the two teams that you talk about in the ACC that that's gonna probably gatekeep and keep you from getting to where you want to go, and that is either Clemson, who normally runs the ACC, and Florida State. But we have to see. But it helps that Miami has already beaten Florida State, and they have some really good games coming up, but they're sitting real pretty. Where they at right now in the season, 5-0 with some elite victories. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments below. Who do you really think have the best resume right now in all of college football? Miami, Ohio State, Oregon, right? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's someone else outside of the top 5. Maybe y'all thinking Ole Miss. Maybe y'all thinking A&M, or maybe it's someone else that's completely outside of the top 10. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But again, hit that like button, subscribe button, so you can stay up to date on everything that I drop here on this channel. And until next time, I'm out.